Hi, welcome back. My name is Neka. If you're still with me, I do apologize. My prior video ran a bit long. Very unfortunate, but I tried to squeeze everything in and I still wasn't successful. So in this last installment, hopefully, all I'm going to do is to try and recreate all of the elements in my application so that it's not just something we talk about, we can actually demonstrate how things work. So what I've done, as you can see, is I have gone ahead to create a brand new application. It's empty, it just has a name, tutorial, and so I'll just activate it and everything looks good. And so I am actually running the two. I'm going to open up another screen so we can have application running. So I'll simply cannibalize that application, and actually I should have picked this place so that way I'm not in any danger of. So I will not talk about the tables. I will simply create the interface. And so here goes nothing. I am recording, and if I make a mistake, oops, I would have two buttons and I would have two airlines, because this is just to demonstrate the creation process. And what else would I have? I would have what else is on the interface? We have airlines, we have cities, we have airlines, we have economy and business, and that's it. And so this is purely to create an interface. And so the first thing we would do is just to make sure there are no errors. All errors we make here would be live, since I am simply trying to repeat a portion of what I did earlier. So I would do this. I would call the screen, oops, and I would call the screen, and it will tell me screen does not exist, so we are trying to create a screen. We could equally have done create and create screen here. So there are absolutely two ways to create a screen. So do you want to save it? I would cancel. And so we'll go back to the old trusted way. Oh, come on. My touchpad doesn't know I want. Does not exist. You want to create it? I say yes. Now I hope so. We'll create a short description. First screen with first menu. Okay. And we'll go to the flow logic, and because it's commented out, we would simply uncomment it and activate it. And once that is done, we hope everything is okay, and we double click on it, and it gives us this message, and we say yes, go ahead and create. And we select the first one, second one, and so it's in the main program. I really couldn't explain what I just did. It's just a process, unfortunately, and I believe I have made a mistake. Well, let's continue and let's see how it goes. So if I were to uncomment this, this is where I will now create the GUI. So I say capital letters Dino Pro, and I will double click that, and it doesn't exist, of course, and I create it, and it says it's been changed. Save it, yes, and I give it a short test. GUI for first screen. Not very imaginative, I know. And here, so what I just went through, you would notice that as I continued, we have made a mistake. This should not be here. We created a module. Should we have created a module? Oops. Okay, that means I will discard. Let's see if you're right. I think I made a mistake. Should it be? Oh, okay. Maybe I'm right. Who knows? Okay, anyway. Okay, that's not inspiring confidence. Okay. So we will say menu. Destination menu. Okay, and we will double click, and because our code has same as previous, if we were writing it normally, we would simply have it in a text file and copy and paste so we don't make mistakes. New York, oops, and this is TYO, oops, for Tokyo, and that's all she wrote. And then we will go ahead, activate it. It's always advisable to activate everything here, and then we could actually test to see if this works. And we have destination menu. Here you go. So exit the simulation. It works. Yay! And we'll go back. And we'll go. This is inactive. We'll activate it as well. Yay! It works. We'll go back. And we would. It's active. We'll go back. And so, like I mentioned in the earlier presentation, magically code gets written. And then of course, if you wanted to put a title, which is trivial, we'll simply uncomment this as well and give the title a label, and then we'll put the title in, just like we did the Dynapro. And so if we were to execute and we did everything correctly, we have New York. But of course it's not going anywhere, so we'll simply exit. Hopefully everything was saved. That would be a disaster if everything wasn't saved. So what did we call this application now? We called it tutorial. And we go back. And so that is that. So we could, so that's that. And so the next thing we want to do, since we've created one menu, hey, why not go for broke? Let's create a second screen. And so we'll use the second method to create a second screen. So we say create screen What did you call the first screen again? I have no idea. Screen 100. Okay, let's say create screen 200. Okay, or let's say create screen 110. Create 110. Check. Second screen, and then it will be going to itself, to be calling itself, so we need to remove that. Okay, and then we say activate. So screen has been activated. So we also now have two screens, 100 and 110. So we noticed that when we ran it previously, this screen was calling itself, which we don't want it to do, so we would remove that. Now let's create a menu. Save yes. Let's create a menu on the screen. So if we did right clicked and said create, we could call this DynaPro or 2 and short text GUI 1 second screen, and then we click the check mark, and so we have it. Unfortunately, I do not see it here. Yes. Okay. And this is 110. Okay. Yes. And we just linked it to the main program. Save. For some reason we didn't link a DynaPro. Anyhow, okay, that did not work out as we planned. So let us go ahead and call this DynaPro 3. Execute that. Hopefully it's saved. Do you want to create it? Yes. The real second screen GUI. Okay, and so we can call this menu, what did you call the first menu? Okay, destination menu. Oh, that should have been destination. So this should have been destination. Oops. Menu. So we should go ahead and fix the other one. So destination is where you're going to, departure is where you're coming from. Wow, I need help. Again, NYC, New York, like we did before. Just to make it clear that it's the second menu, we'll do TYO, and then we'll say Tokyo 2. All this can be edited, and the tools I'm adding can be removed later on. This is just to demonstrate. It doesn't like it. Okay. I have no idea what you're doing here. DynaPro. What just happened? Okay, and I put 3. For some reason it didn't save it. Okay, let's not get creative here. NYC New York and TYO Tokyo. Activate, thank you. And then we'll go here and we'll change this destination to departure, and we'll activate that as well. Yes, change menu, thank you. Jeez, that's what I said. And then the other one, destination menu, the real secondary screen. And the first one. Okay, so active, and so let's test. Execute, destination menu. Okay, exit simulation. Now the second screen we will never get to the second screen unless we go ahead and make the code fall through. Yeah, this is something else. We have to toggle through to make sure that every part of this code is active. Okay, so everything is active. This is inactive. We'll activate it. Inactive meaning here. So activate, and then go back. Okay, this is seriously taking forever. Activate, and this is in real time. Jeez, I wish I had a more creative way of making this thing go faster. Okay, so like I said, call screen 1. However, we will never get to screen 2 unless we say call screen 2. Call screen 2, which is 110. Now, just to make sure something is selected, let us borrow some code again from the previous one, and let's say call screen 100. So we'll just borrow this, and we will say and we'll put end case here. Okay, end case. Why is end case not there? Okay, so instead of having this, we'll write stop. We'll say city selected is New York. How is that? And then we'll copy the same thing and we will write that here, and we'll say city selected is Tokyo. Now same here. Oh, we don't have the syscom statement. Oops, we would have had a big error now. So we will do that. Call screen So case. Okay, and then for the second screen, same thing, and then same thing, and then hopefully we haven't made any boo-boos and we are good to go. Call screen. We have to start the selection. This is what makes all the code fall through. And so let's check, see if we have errors. Shocking, amazing, no errors. Okay, so what we expect to happen is when we make a selection, it will write out what we selected. New York, Tokyo. City selected is New York, city selected is Tokyo. So it works. So what we've done is we've created a screen, we've created menus. The only thing we haven't created is we haven't created a radio button. And to do that, we'll have to create a third screen. Let's see how we're doing for time. Jeez, let's make sure we finish up quickly. Now, to create a third screen, we'll simply go ahead and say, okay, let's not do it the fancy way. Let's just go do call screen, and then let's call this 120, and then let us create set screen. Yes, good. Okay, third screen with radio buttons. Okay, and we'll activate it, and we are here at the flow logic, and we will double click this to create the screen object. It is part of the main program. Do you want to save it? Yes. And that's that. And then we create, oops, Dyn Pro 4. Unfortunately, we have a 3 that is not doing anything for us. Yes. Yeah. Third screen. Okay. Oops. That wasn't what I planned to do. Nope. We just made a mistake. We shouldn't have done that. Okay, we can go back. This is active. Yes, we're going to create a screen, not a menu. Okay, so we go to layout, and this is where the famous screen painter loads up. Is very slow. And my encoding failed. Oops. Oh, sad. YouTube completed. That's nice to know. Anywho, okay, moving on. Okay, so this is a GUI representation of what the third screen should look like. So what we want to do, we want to take some airlines and put them here. And so to do that, oops, not the right screen, this would be properties, and this would be an attempt to port the variables onto the screen. So to do that, you have your asterisk, which selects all, and there should be, oops, you say get from program, so it loads all the variables. Now we do not want the menu items, we would like a button or two, we would like these, and we would like these. But because we are running short on time, we are not going to select everything. So let's just create 2 radio buttons for airlines. Oops. So when we select them and we click the check mark, we are literally holding them in memory. And then what we do is, I like to have the properties window on so I know which variable I am selecting. And then, so this is selected, and I go to edit and I go to convert and I say make me a radio button left, and it goes to radio button, and I select AC and I say edit and I say convert, make me a radio button right. You have to switch left to right. Another quirk of ABAP. And then because we want them to both be part of a group, so one is always selected, we are now going to grouping and create a radio button group and define as such. And then we can now go ahead and label them. So we can, oops, not very big, oops, come on, oops, seriously, where is my cap lock? American Air. And the second one is gonna be, I think it's Canadian Air Canada, and that's that. And then we can put it in a nice little, oops, put it in a nice little box and activate it, and luckily we are still connected, and that's that. And so if we were to execute it, we would see Air Canada, American Air. But that's all it does. That's all it does because that's all it is. We haven't asked it to do anything. We have no we have a selection, but we haven't communicated set selection to our application. The same is for, say, a button. So for a button, we could do the same. We put in a name, first button, first button, and then we go to the property menu. Oops, where is that property menu? Just disappeared. And then because, oh hey, why not, let's say all button, all button. And then because we have some variables, we can attach a variable to a button. So just like we have here AA, which was American Airlines here, and Air Canada AC. These were what we used for daytime, nighttime, business economy. We could also, in fact that's what we did. So if we wanted to label a button, we select the all button, which is the label, and then we give it a name. So the name is, what are we referring to it in code? So we know that we called it con underscore ALLF, and that would be how you would create a button. And you want, which code do you want it to run? So say we had code already, we haven't written any code for it, that's what will happen. So essentially what we've done is we've demonstrated how we created the menu, we've demonstrated how we created buttons and radio buttons, and the rest, as they say, is history. So if we activate that, and if we were to execute that, again they are just pieces of GUI on the screen doing nothing until you attach code to it, and that is the code that we attached when we wrote this piece of code, for instance. So for our radio button it does something, but for our menu it does something. We've made it write out text, and similarly we can make our radio buttons say this was selected or that was selected, and so on and so forth. However, in our application, what we've done is we've used the selection to we've used the selections in the GUI to create a profile for your query and run a query and generate a report. So it's long-winded, I know, but that's the best I could do with the resources I had at this time. So I hope this has been able to add value. Questions you can always ask. I hope I will be in a position to respond, and have a good one. Good luck. And on that note, Merry Christmas. My only excuse, I guess, is that my access to my profile will be ending in a few minutes. So Merry Christmas, have a pleasant new year, and good luck.